let's kick things off with rule number 1, my personal favorite, dream bigger.
There's a lot of things I want to do. I always wanted to be a director. I think as well, I have so many girls come up to me and tell me that they want to be models, which is fine. It's not a bad thing. I just think there's so much to do. I just went to a wonderful talk about genetic engineering and neuroscience. And this man who was giving the talk explained these like 10,000 kids from the age of 7 to 13 who are doing neuroscience. They do these competitions and wonderful things, and they're doing things in neuroscience which weren't done by him until he was like 30. Like how quickly things like that are changing, but they're not. There is an awareness brought to this cool stuff like that. Like that sounds way cooler to me than being a model. But like no one really knows about it, and I just think there are just so many things. I always say to girls, just dream bigger. Go for president. Just keep going up. Astronauts. I don't know.
Rule number 2 is don't chase numbers.
Are you guys curious about box office numbers, and do you use that to inform the size and scale of the movies that you choose to take, the projects that you take going forward?
To me, with Valerian especially, you spend 6 months making the film. The afterlife of the film, of course, you want people to enjoy it, you want people to come, but again, for us as actors, we don't have much control of what happens to the film. To me, the most important bit really is the learning, what you learn, how you grow, the experience of it, what you kind of take away as an actor. Who cares about box office numbers, right? Someone does.
Rule number 3, give your all.
Models who've wanted to be actors, it's been a hard transition sometimes. And I mean, it's been said that, in fact, some people have said, I want to see her tapes before we, we'll appear with her. Did you find that snootiness a little bit depressing? I mean, how did you prevail?
Again, yeah, sure. Like, there's always going to be people that don't want you to succeed or doubt you. But again, I didn't really care because I know how hard I can work, and I know I'd give it my all. So as long as I do good work, I know that that's what that matters. And Charlize Theron, there are so many amazing actresses who have been models, and like her in that movie Monster, those are the kind of roles I want to play. Like I want to be real and raw and just like ugly, but not in a way, just like everything.
Rule number 4 is learn to say no.
I had no concept of saying no to anyone, ever.
And this is one of the most important show business lessons, actually, learning how to say no. Have you learned yet?
Yes. I think life, you should always experience things, but you should say no. I mean, it's more about being control and not being a puppet is what the most important thing is. And not doing anything for anyone else apart from yourself.
Rule number 5, don't take yourself seriously.
My question was about modeling. Do you feel like you can take it seriously?
That's like saying, can you take yourself?
I mean, no.
I find it hard to. I mean, in modeling, I find it hard sometimes to take myself seriously, because it is that thing of like. And after about 10 times of doing that, I have to go. I feel like I'm gonna do it. So
I like a little
the most important thing
personality.
though is to laugh at yourself.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on. We better start laughing.
We have to laugh. Laugh is the medicine of the world.
Rule number 6 is find your voice.
I just want to inspire people, young people especially, to follow their dreams and to be who they are and to work hard, and that they can do anything they put their minds to. I'm glad that I had a part in models being seen differently, but it's their choice of how they want to be seen. I wanted to have a voice, and I wanted to be able to make statements and stick up for things I believe in, and I never wanted to just be a model anyway. So that's how I kind of lived my life. Those are the rules I kind of stuck by.
Rule number 7 is run on instinct.
Is Margot someone that you can relate to, and
Very
how?
much so. I think that's why I got the part, because a lot of the stories that she went through in the book and all those kind of things, I've been through before, and a lot of the lines that they've actually written in the script I've said before. She runs on instinct. She just she does what she feels in the moment, doesn't really think about the consequences.
Then you're like that too.
Yeah.
Rule number 8, don't fear failure.
I feel like my example and the thing that I try and inspire is to be yourself. Is again, the thing with Instagram and social media, it does become very contrived and controlled, and I think the most important thing is, again, to post that thing of me falling over flat on my face, because we all do it. It's
You know, it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to fail. My whole thing, my biggest fear was failure, and it's ridiculous because, again, the imperfections of human are what makes us so great. We need to celebrate those things.
What were you worried about failing?
Life? Never been good enough. Actually, you know, trying to please. I'm a major people pleaser.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Rule number 9, surround yourself with great people.
I found yoga, which was a huge thing for me. I didn't cry a lot. I thought emotion as a kid was a weakness. I thought that if you are emotional, that, like, you know, that's like just a silly thing to feel. And when I went to yoga, I started yoga as a superficial thing because I was like, I want to be flexible and fit, you know, like cool yoga people are. And I went in to meet my guru yoga person, and he was like, why are you doing this? And I told him why, and he sat me down and we just started chanting. And I was like, are we not meant to be doing, like, whatever? So I was chanting. I got so angry with myself. No, God. And I broke through something and I burst into tears, which I hadn't done in years. And I looked at him and I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? How dare you? You're a monster. Why would you do this? And he was just laughing at me. And I was like, you're a crazy man. What is wrong with you? And he said, if you hadn't have cried, I would have been very worried. And I was like, okay. He was like, and also you realize that this is the first time you've actually looked at me in the eye. And the reason why is because I knew when I looked in his eyes that he saw through me and he knew me, and it freaked me out. But till this day, I've been seeing him a lot. It's like finding people around you who have your best interest at heart. I had a lot of people around me who were just after what I gave them, not like, you know, after like looking after you and stuff. So it's about finding people who care about you and support. And again, I've now become and been able to be a support for other people as well. So in turn, that kind of goes around.
And rule number 10, the last one before the bonus, beatbox.
Mexico.